Wow. Blake Lively is trying to get Justin Baldoni and his lawyer to shut up after some new footage.
So I want to cut through some of the noise here. Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment.
The Super Bowl was this year, and, Blake Lively decided to go. She wanted to leave the kids at home and just, have fun with the girlies.
Blake Lively's legal fight with Justin Baldoni is getting more complicated as new information comes to light. Documents and old statements are raising questions about her image of honesty and openness. Her efforts to manage the story are falling apart, leading to accusations, contradictions, and growing public criticism.
Blake Lively suggested Justin be his trainer was Ryan and Blake's clear friend and celebrity trainer who was clearly aligned to them. So now this whole fat shaming thing that started the whole argument from Ryan came from this guy, this trainer who's clearly closer to them and wants them and showing them off, pinning them all over his Instagram to get other celebrities so he can get more people to join his gym or whatever. This is where it all came from? Through hearsay, through that? And then just to focus a second, again, allegedly, if this guy is the one who did it, and you're telling me your client now, Justin, who's become your training, is talking to you about concerns or whatever. Who knows how he asked it, or if he was just brought it up in passing, like, oh man, I got this big lifting scene that I got to do.
Blake Lively is known for speaking her mind on important issues, but her actions in this legal battle are making people question her integrity. Critics are pointing out double standards, and Ryan Reynolds' role in the situation is stirring even more controversy. Fans are now wondering if Hollywood's favorite couple is finally facing the fallout for trying to play both sides. How did Blake's polished image fall apart so fast? Here's a closer look at the surprising hypocrisy that's being exposed.
Either way, Blake Lively did a fantastic speech a couple years ago in which I absolutely love. A lot of people were touched by it for sure. Blake Lively decides to wear Balenciaga.
What is this, honey?
Also forgot to mention, another one of Balenciaga's backlash was because they had the Balenciaga bag on top of court documents which were about CP. And a lot of people were just this is just strange. And it is just strange behavior. It doesn't matter how people try and flip it, bop it, twerk it, or turn it around, babes. This is strange behavior. Anyway, so she went to the Super Bowl, she wore the red, and she was basically like a walking highlighter, walking promotion from them. Is she like an ambassador? No, she's not. I did a Google search and she's not. An ambassador would be like Kim Kardashian, who constantly was shoving Balenciaga down our throats and showing campaigns that she did with them.
Blake Lively made a surprising return to court, not just to continue her lawsuit, but to try to save her reputation. She's facing backlash for allegedly playing the victim while acting in ways she once spoke out against. Fans have noticed the contradictions between what she's saying now and her past public statements, leading many to question if she's shifting her story to fit the situation.
They don't call her, well, I don't call her Blake No Receipts Lively for nothing. The judge in New York overseeing the consolidated federal case has already granted a protective order to the Nepo baby who filed the request, but that's not enough for her. So now, the wife of Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband has gone back to court and is asking for, gimme. Delulu Lively is asking for a stronger protective order than the court's model one they already received. Depositions and discovery are to come, and Taylor Swift. And others, but Taylor Swift. So you see, it's not about her. No. Pinocchio Princess has a big heart and is looking out for others. A reminder, Baldoni and his team had previously agreed to a protective order. The judge, Judge Lyman, thought it was a good idea because of how many high-profile people were involved. So, we shall see if he is open to this new, much stronger protective order. Until then, Perez Hilton here at your service.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds allegedly tried to silence Justin Baldoni after revealing clips surfaced that didn't show Blake in the best light. Many see this as an attempt to hide the truth rather than face it, adding to the accusations of hypocrisy. Critics point out that if Blake truly stood by her claims, she wouldn't need to silence her opponent, a tactic she has criticized in the past.
Wow. Blake Lively is trying to get Justin Baldoni and his lawyer to shut up after some new footage, very revealing footage, was released yesterday. Is this her telling us a little something? Is she guilty? Or no?
PNSCAL, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? The Justin Baldoni and the Blake Lively situation has just gotten very messy over some time. Let's just be completely real. And I'm still questioning a lot of things that have been strewn out for the whole court of public opinion to see with their own eyes. And let's be real, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more stuff here very, very soon. But nonetheless, yesterday, Justin Baldoni's lawyer put out some video.
The most surprising twist in Blake Lively's legal battle is the resurfacing of accusations that she engaged in fat shaming on set, which goes against her public support for body positivity. Court documents detail instances where she allegedly made insensitive remarks, sparking shock and disappointment among fans who admired her for promoting self-acceptance. This has seriously damaged her credibility, leading many to wonder if her positive public image was just an act.
Justin Baldoni's team refiled their complaint and with it included a new timeline featuring a lot of new evidence. And the more I read it, the angrier I'm getting at Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Justin Baldoni's team went and did it. They made the website. You can all go check it out now. thelawstudioinfo.com, where you can get the amended complaint and the timeline of relevant events. It seems like the start of what they promised us. It's not every text, like they said, but it's a lot of new texts that really do make Blake look really bad. And that's really what I wanted to focus on first. I want to focus on what Blake alleged, and then I want to go through these new timeline of events to sort of show, well, what do we have from Justin to sort of dispute it?
Blake Lively's legal battle is turning into a prime example of Hollywood hypocrisy. While she's been vocal about honesty and transparency, her actions in this case tell a different story. From alleged behind-the-scenes manipulation to legal tactics aimed at avoiding accountability, her behavior doesn't match the values she promotes. Insiders say her troubles aren't just about this lawsuit. They're about years of unchecked privilege finally catching up to her.
So I want to cut through some of the noise here. Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment. Baldoni is hitting back with a $400 million lawsuit. And now, Lively says her kids are traumatized. She's afraid to leave her home. And Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's favorite wise ass, is mentally and physically affected by the whole mess. You want to know what I see? I see another Hollywood disaster where justice takes a back seat to spin, strategy, and more nonsense narrative control. And we saw this before. And if you think this is just about two celebrities fighting it out, you're missing the bigger picture. This is about how the media and Hollywood's elites weaponize accusations, manipulate public perception, and decide who gets canceled and who doesn't. Because he doesn't look that traumatized to me to be cracking jokes on Saturday Night Live. Or maybe he's a better actor than I thought. So look, I spent a lot of time around Hollywood. The first 15 years of my career, I spent providing close protection and security consulting for A-list actors, musicians, rock stars, Hollywood executives. I've worked behind the scenes at private events. I've been inside their homes. I've slept in their homes. I've been on tour with some of the big names in entertainment. And I've seen firsthand how the industry works. The power plays, the manipulation. I've heard all the phone calls. The deals that never made it into the headlines. Nobody's closer than the celebrity bodyguard.
Social media users are reminding Blake Lively of her past interviews, where she spoke about integrity and respect, values her current actions seem to contradict. Clips have resurfaced showing Blake condemning dishonesty and manipulation, the very behavior she's now accused of. The backlash has been harsh, with fans accusing her of saying one thing but doing another.
The Super Bowl was this year, and Blake Lively decided to go. She wanted to leave the kids at home and just have fun with the girlies, and she did that alongside her best friend Taylor Swift, who was there to obviously support her boyfriend Travis Kelce. His family was there, celebrities were there, because obviously it's like one of the biggest nights in sports. And Ice Spice was there, Lana Del Rey was there, and a bunch of other celebrities. Blake Lively decided to wear Adidas x Balenciaga. I know Americans say Adidas. I'm British, so I'm just gonna say Adidas. But yeah, Adidas x Balenciaga, and decided to basically be a walking campaign for them because it was like the brightest shade of red. And of course, people are gonna wonder like, oh my god, what's she wearing? What's she wearing? Who designed this? I mean, obviously it has the 3 stripes, but people wanted to know more about the outfit, especially because like the people were more concerned about the outfit more than the actual like history here. But hey, I guess like the boots were like attached to the tracksuit. They designed it in a way where it was like very innovative.
Blake Lively is taking most of the heat, but Ryan Reynolds is also under fire. His public attempts to defend Blake have been criticized, with some saying his support has crossed the line from protective to enabling. As more details surface about his own alleged outburst behind the scenes, his involvement is only making things worse, pulling them both deeper into controversy.
He also did some ha-ha, he in the last Deadpool movie. Remember Nice Pool? I wouldn't be doing that if that were my wife. But I'm not married to the plantation princess. He is, and she's got a Ryan Reynolds problem. And she knows it. A source close to the soon-to-be former actress tells People magazine, whom I find to be very credible, quote, Blake felt a bit anxious about attending the SNL anniversary. She still thought it was the perfect opportunity to ease back into the spotlight. They had many friends attending, and as soon as they arrived...
The big question now isn't just if Blake Lively will win the lawsuit, but if she can rebuild her reputation. With each new revelation, her chances of redemption seem to be slipping further away. Please follow and share comments.